Hello there, everybody. How are you doing today? John Idago here. Welcome to our very first Limitless video podcast. Actually, ito yung magiging parang replacement ng ating Limitless Live. If you remember, we used to do that. And since I'm having a little bit of, difficulty with my internet connection, so ang gagawin natin, kailangan mag-adapt, no? Kailangan gumawa tayo ng paraan. And actually, yan ang unang-una kong mensahe sa inyo. Kung meron kayong dapat gawin and you find yourself being challenged by the situation and things that are out of your control, you need to adapt. You need to adapt. And so there, we're adapting right now. We're here in this recorded video. So actually, matagal ko na itong naiisip itong video podcast na to na magandang gawin dahil for me actually this is how I love learning, through listening. Ang kagandahan ng ganito is you can listen to it while you are driving, while you are working, and kahit na yung mga OFW natin nagpa-part-time kayo, you can have your earphone and just listen away as you vacuum at habang kayo ay nagtatrabaho. You're absorbing nuggets of wisdom, inspirations, and I will be inviting some very interesting people na alam kong makaka-inspire sa inyo, hearing their stories and all of that. It's really something that I believe very, very deeply, yung story, through the generations sa history ng humanity, we have been story driven, and totoo yan mula pa nung unang panahon when our ancestors used to gather in circle sa harap ng bonfire, yung merong apoy sa harap nila, and they would gather around it and they would tell stories. Yung mga lolo, lola, talagang nag-share sila ng story, and that's how the younger generations were introduced to the very crucial, important knowledge na gagamitin nila sa kanilang buhay. So I love this thought of para lang tayo nagkukwentuhan at nakikinig tayo sa kwento ng ibang tao, and then we learn from their story and we relate to what's happening in their lives and what important lessons na napag-aralan nila dun sa kanilang sitwasyon. And that's mainly our our goal dito sa ating podcast, no? And of course we will be tackling different kinds of topics, hindi lang naman about personal development, but also about finance, about budgeting, about different areas of our lives na kailangan nating pag-usapan para tayo ay mag-improve. And syempre magiging very particular tayo sa ating mga kababayan because it will be Taglish talaga. So as much as possible gusto kong maabot yung ating mga kapwa Pilipino, because napakalapit niyan sa puso ko na maka-reach out tayo ng mga tao na katulad natin na nag-struggle in our daily lives, na alam ko na dahil napagdaanan ko yung buhay ng isang OFW, ng isang Pilipino, yung mindset natin na kailangan mabago and all of that. So today actually hindi ito coincidence na ito ang unang araw ng ating first episode of our video podcast here at Limitless, dahil ito ay araw na napaka-special sa akin na hindi ko na malilimutan. Why? Because today is the day na namatay ang aking tatay. No? 2 years ago he passed away. Si Major Romeo B. Idago Sr. Yes, he was a soldier, and for me talaga ito yung tatlong simbolo na nakikita ko pag naiisip ko ang tatay ko. No? He is a patriot, he is a soldier, and he is a servant. So today talagang, as I have said, napaka importante sa akin ng araw na ito. Very special siya, and that's why I chose today to do this video podcast, because I would like to share with you 5 very important lessons na nakita ko at patuloy kong iniintindi or ginagamit, or I'm trying to learn the lesson, no, na nakita ko sa tatay ko. And hopefully you will find some things that will be relatable sa inyo, and of value especially, no? Because that's why we're here. We want to add value sa buhay nyo, and we want to be able to bring some inspiration, some knowledge, and some wisdom in whatever it is that you're going through in your life. And today it will be my father, my dad, who will be the one guiding us through this episode. So before that, as you already saw probably, or kung hindi nyo pa nakikita, I have published a book, Your Wish is Your Command. This is a book about financial literacy para sa mga OFW, sa mga Pilipino in general. And I am very excited about this book. I've heard a lot of very positive impressions at feedback from people who read the book, who actually bought it. And today, since ako ay feeling generous, I will be giving away a digital copy of my book. So Your Wish is Your Command. But not only that, actually, dalawa yung libro na pinublish ko last January 11, and the second one is Wait, Look, and Listen. So again, this is a book that is very close to my heart. Actually, itong Wait, Look, and Listen, nauna ko siyang isulat. For those of you who doesn't know, or ngayon mo lang ako nadinig o nakita sa video na to, mas nauna siya na isinulat ko, but ngayon ko lang siya kumbaga napagsama-sama and put it up as a book. But today again, I would like to give it away, yung digital copy niya sa inyo, if kayo ang manalo ng ating raffle ngayon, no? All that you have to do is, you watch this video, obviously, and meron akong tatanong by the end of this video, and then you will be I would like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Answer the question, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and so magkakaroon ako ng trace kung sino ka, kung nasan ka, and I will be contacting you and sending you these 2 books, okay? Para sa iyo yan. So I hope you will be the one winning, kung sino ka man, no? But I'm very excited, and I'm honored to share this with you, because I really poured my heart into these writings. So there, and this is also very special kasi when I published the book, it was January 11 nung na-publish tong books na to. Hindi rin yun coincidence, because yun yung panahon na inatake ang tatay ko sa puso niya, no? And he was hospitalized, and a few days later he passed away. So it is something that is so symbolic in my heart, and hindi lang dahil anniversary din ng mami at daddy yung araw na yon, but it is also a day that I will never forget dahil I was with him during that time when he had this attack. So napaka symbolic sa akin. So that's why I choose my dates very carefully. So there you have it. I want to give it to you. I really want to share this with you. So just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will help me sa aking channel. Of course, it will encourage my heart, and just share the goodness around, through the internet, and so there. So let's get into this sharing na gusto kong i-share sa inyo about my father. So 5 lessons from Major Idago. Wow. Yeah, he was a major, and he used to love this, really. Talagang napakalalim ng kanyang pagmamahal sa Pilipinas. And that's one thing that we should learn, tayo mga Pilipino, no, na talagang mahalin natin ang ating bansa, not as a fanatic but as a real patriot. Yung patriot at fanatic, magkaiba yon. yung patriot, talagang mahal mo ang bansa mo, and you really want the best for your country. When you're a fanatic, you don't really love your country. You love that idea that you have. It could be a political agenda or whatever. So ang tatay ko, he was always a patriot, no? Talagang sobrang lalim ng kanyang pagmamahal sa bansa. And today I will be sharing with you 5 very, very, very important lessons that I learned from my father. And the very first one is something that is talagang masasabi ko na nakaugat sa kanyang pinagmulan. And that is, number 1, your present situation is not your final conclusion. Wow. Ulitin ko lang, ha? Your present situation is not your final conclusion. Napakaganda. Alam niyo, ang tatay ko, pinanganak siya sa kahirapan, no? He was the son of a farmer, and so talagang pagsasaka ang kanilang pinagmulan, and they didn't have much, and isa pa, namatay ang nanay niya when he was 7 years old. So batang-bata talaga, no? Na talagang pag yung kinukwento niya sa amin yan dati, yung pagkabata niya, sinasabi niya na they had to learn to become adults early on in their lives. Kasi wala na mag-aasikaso sa kanila as nanay, no? And even if yung kanilang tatay, yung lolo namin, nag-asawa ulit, pero nag-asawa ulit nung sila ay nag-college na, o yung kapatid niya yata parang tapos na ng college, so talagang matanda na. So they had to really take care of each other nung sila ay bata pa, nung sila ay lumalaki, and yung hirap na naramdaman nila, sabi ng daddy ko, talagang nagmarka sa isipan niya, and sinabi niya sa puso niya yung kahirapan na pinagdaanan nila as a poor family. Talagang sinabi niya, hindi ito ang magiging buhay ko, forever, that I will be doing my best, work hard, and try to to overcome poverty. Yung umangat ka sa kahirapan. And that is very important for all of us. Ano man yung pinagdadaanan mo ngayon, ano man yung sitwasyon mo ngayon, you may be in a very tough situation right now. This is truth. Your present situation is not your final conclusion. You can change it. You can change it by the power of your will. You know, if you commit to your dream, if you commit to your vision, kaya mong baguhin yung buhay mo. Kung nasa kahirapan ka man or ano man yung sitwasyon mo na hindi maganda ngayon, you can change it. You can really change it. That's what I saw sa buhay ng tatay ko, na hindi lang hindi kayang ipigilan ang isang tao na nangangarap, but not only nangangarap, committed sa pangarap. No? Talagang commitment is so important sa isang tao na nangangarap, na hindi ka magpapapigil. No? You will just, go ahead and really, find your way. Find your way. As I've said kanina, nung umpisa pa lang, you need to adapt. You need to adapt. And so there, your present situation is not your final conclusion. Next is hardships in life is an opportunity for growth. Napakaganda niyan. Napakaganda niyan. Alam nyo, isa ito sa malaking lesson na nakita ko sa tatay ko, na yung kahirapan, sinasabi niya ay wag nating iwasan. No? If there's a difficulty, if there's a challenge in your life, wag matakot na merong challenge, merong mga kailangang harapin. Wag tayong matakot, because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to grow. It's an opportunity for us to develop. Kaya tayong yung mga magulang minsan, no, especially yung mga anak natin, ayaw natin silang mahihirapan, ayaw natin silang napapagod. Alam nyo, okay yun. Okay lang yun, no? But we need to understand that we need hardships to develop our characters. It's like, kailangan mo ng tension in order to build your muscle. Kailangan yan eh. Napaka-importante yan. Kaya hindi natin pwedeng alisin yung difficulty, yung challenges sa buhay, and just wish that we live a challenge-free life. You can't do that. Otherwise, you will be unable to develop as a person. No, hindi ka mag-grow, hindi ka magmamature. So we need hardships, and you as a parent, kailangan wag nating tanggalin yung opportunity na yun para sa ating mga anak na mag-grow sila. That's why of course, wag natin silang pahirapan in a way. But if there is a challenge in their lives, wag tayong parang overprotective. Wag tayong overacting. Kumbaga, OA tayo, na ayaw nating pinagpapawisan, ayaw nating nadudumihan yung mga bata. No, come on. We really need this. We need hardships. And not only that, yung pinagdaanan kasi ng tatay ko, talaga nanggaling sila sa hirap. At isa sa kanyang natutunan ay yung pagbabudget. Alam niya yan, talaga ang tatay ko, isa sa masasabi ko na mahigpit pagdating sa pera. No? Talagang grabe. Hari siya. Hari ng kakuriputan. Talagang kuripot siya. And that is why, kung siya ang hari ng kakuriputan, ako ang prinsipe. I learned this from him. And I believe ito yung dahilan kung bakit ako naging maingat sa aking pag-handle ng kabuhayan namin para sa pamilya, at yung lagi kong iniisip yung kinabukasan ng mga anak ko, yung makakain nila, yung rainy days, kumbaga napaka-importante niyan sa daddy, yung rainy days, dahil lagi niyang sinasabi yun, it's not a matter of if, It's a matter of when. Kasi yung rainy days, darating at darating sa buhay mo yan. Yan ang tandaan mo, sabi niya. Kaya kailangan mag-ipon ka. Kailangan paghandaan mo yung pwedeng mangyari, yung eventuality na magkaroon ng problema. Kasi, and he used to say this again and again, hindi ka giginawin sa taglamig kung meron kang pera. Hindi ka magugutom sa taggutom kung meron kang pera. Magkakaroon ka ng bubong on top of your head kapag tag-ulan. Napaka-importante sa kanya yan. It was very graphic, no, sa isipan niya kasi pinagdaanan niya yung kahirapan. And that's why he's always very, very careful pagdating sa pagbabudget. At kahit nga yung pumupunta siya ng palengke, no, ingat na ingat siya sa mga sukli-sukli. Kahit na 50 centavo lang, talagang babalikan at babalikan pa niya yun para makuha niya yung sukli kung nakalimutan sa kanya ibigay. You know, that attitude of, you know, being careful is so crucial dahil nanggaling yun sa kahirapan. And that's why kailangan natin ng hardships. Kailangan natin ng challenges kasi it will develop our character. It will develop our, you know, maturity. So, again, para sa ating mga magulang na mayroong mga anak, huwag nating alisin yung opportunity na yan na sila ay magkaroon ng pagkakataong mag-grow and mag-mature. So let's not be afraid of giving them that chance. Kaya ang isa sa mga natatandaan ko sa daddy, at hindi lang naman sa daddy, pati sa nanay ko, you know, hindi sila nagbigay sa amin ng pocket money. Hindi sila nagbigay sa amin ng weekly na, alam mo yun, yung allowance. Wala. No, lumaki ko na wala kaming ganun. Dahil nga talagang ingat na ingat sila sa pagbabudget, but also dahil gusto nilang matuto kami na mag-ingat and value the sacrifice na binibigay nila sa pagtatrabaho as OFWs. And that's why for me, sobrang valuable nung lesson na yun sa buhay ko. Kaya I really am encouraging you, no? Don't be afraid of challenges. Don't be afraid. So, very important. Ang susunod ay tough love is also love. Wow. Ayan, tough love. Sino sa inyo ang marunong magbigay ng tough love? You know, many times we think kailangan yung love ay puro malumanay, no? Parang lagi dapat yung soft spoken and yung pagmamahal kailangan lagi gentle. Hindi. You know, may pagkakataon na kailangan yung love maging tough. And isa yan sa natutunan ko sa tatay ko. To be honest with you, namamalo ang tatay ko at napalo ako ng tatay ko ng ilang beses dahil sa katigasan ng ulo ko. And I remember when I was, I think 6 or 7 years old, tanghaling tapat nun, talagang napakainit. Nandun kami sa Bulacan. And ang kabilin-bilinan ng tatay ko, ng daddy, sabi niya, huwag kang lalabas, mainit. Kasi gusto ko makipaglaro Gusto ko makipaglaro sa kapitbahay. And sabi niya, wag. Dahil nga mainit and it's just, you know, para naman sa akin, yung sinasabi niya. Siyempre sa tigas ng ulo ko, alam niyo yung ginawa ko. Gumapang talaga ako papalabas para hindi niya ako makita. Like para akong si Spider-Man pero sa sahig, no? Talagang gumagapang ako, and you know what? Nakalabas ako ng bahay. Nandun ako halfway na ako sa kalaro ko, no? Sa bahay ng kalaro ko. I turned my head. Oh my goodness. Kitang-kita ko pa sa isipan ko yun. Ano ang nakita ko? Yung binti niya. He was behind me. He was behind me. I said, "Oh my goodness." Can you imagine yung gulat ko, no? Yung as a 7-year-old kid or 6, basta batang-bata pa ako noon. I was kasi ano na ako eh, parang masaya na ako, nakalabas ako ng bahay, hindi ako na-detect, no? Hindi ko baga stealth mode. But then he was behind me and I was, oh my goodness, sabi ko patay. And it was one of those days na talagang hindi ko yan malilimutan. And he pinagalitan ako obviously. And all through my childhood talagang isa yon sa nakatulong sa akin. Alam niyo yun. I really want to be honest with you. Isa sa nakatulong sa akin na maging kumbaga disiplinado yung kanyang tough love. Of course it's not enjoyable. Of course, sometimes as a teenager, lalo na ang teenager, no, naiinis ka. And you get angry sa magulang mo dahil sa tough love na yan, dahil bawal yung ganito, wag lalabas ng ganitong oras, wag kang maninigarilyo, yung mga ganyan, alam niyo yun? But the thing is, yung tough love niya na yun, talagang nag-ano siya sa akin, nagmarka, no? Na kung hindi yun nandoon, I believe, because I know myself, I'm a very impulsive person talaga na nung bata ako and hard-headed talaga. Tawag nga sa akin tinik daw ako sa liig. Kaya talagang mahirap yung pagpapalaki sa akin kasi talagang matigas ang ulo ko. And kung wala yung tough love na yun, I think I'd be a criminal or nasa bilibid na ako ngayon because I know it. But he was there. He was there, and his tough love is just different. And ngayon ko lang na-appreciate yon, no? Dati nung panahon na yon, of course, you will not appreciate it, lalo na kung ikaw yung pinagagalitan. But now looking back, I see the value. I see yung effect niya sa buhay ko. And you know what? Hindi ako naninigarilyo, hindi ako umiinom. And a lot of people actually ask, bakit hindi ako umiinom? Bakit hindi ako naninigarilyo? You know, when I think about it, ako rin mismo, hindi ko sure kung bakit, no? Because aside from, I don't like the taste probably, but I have a feeling na yung tough love na yun has something to do with it, no? Na somehow, maybe not totally, but somehow na influence yung aking pananaw, no? Yung aking mindset. And for me, really, it's not something that masasabi ko na pinagpigilan ako ng tatay ko o sinabi sa akin, huwag kang uminom or something like that. But I knew in my heart somehow that there are some limitations because of this man who's always there behind to guide and to, and perhaps, even subconsciously, I was saying to myself, this is off limits. So somehow, so again, tough love is also love. So tandaan nyo yan, ha? Tough love is also love. Next is, though no one joins me, still I will follow. Wow, napakaganda niyan. Ewan ko kung alam nyo yung kanta na I have decided to follow Jesus. Yung charismatic song na laging kinakanta dati yan sa mga grupo, sa mga charismatic ministries. Yung I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. Yan ang paboritong kanta ng daddy ko. And not only because it was a fun song, but because it is something that he believed in. Remember, he's a military man, and for him, following is something deep. Hindi lang yan simbolo. For him, following is a lifestyle. And nung nakilala niya ang Panginoon, parang naging commander niya ang Diyos, and that he wanted to follow, and no turning back. There's no turning back. And yan ang in the later part of his life, yan ang na-witness ko sa buhay niya. He was a military for 17 years. He was a soldier for almost a decade, 20 years, for almost 2 decades, no? But he served in ministry as a lay minister and as a leader of our prayer group for more than 20 years. So in a way, he is more of a servant than a soldier. But of course, yes, he is a soldier, but he's being a soldier developed in becoming something deeper, a servant. And that's what he became for the rest of his life. At yun ang nakita ko talaga sa buhay niya, yung sense of may paninindigan, that I've decided to follow Jesus. Pinanindigan niya yun hanggang sa huli. And in fact, yung huli niyang action, no, na normal pa yung kanyang galaw, yung kanyang pag-iisip, was bringing food to the needy. And we were there. We delivered yung bag of rice sa food, sa feeding program. And dahil inatake na nga siya, no, he was having this difficulty para magsalita, and yung galaw niya, nahihirapan siya. I told him, I will drive. He said no. He refused. He said, kaya ko. And he actually talaga nag-drive siya. I could not stop him from driving, from wanting to drive from where we were nung siya ay nag-uumpisa ng atakihin hanggang dun sa lugar na kailangan namin mag-deliver ng bigas para sa mga unfortunate children. And that scene alone talagang tumatak na talaga sa isipan ko, na hindi ko na malilimutan, because that was his last mission. That was it. He actually, alam niyo yung sundalo na tinatawag na died in action, ganun ang nangyari. He was on a mission, but this time not to kill people, but to help children. And that was his last action. No turning back. That was it. It was his last final, yung maliwanag pa yung isip niya, yung nakakapagsalita pa siya ng konti, but he wanted to do it till the end. And I was just there. I said, oh my gosh, grabe. The kind of inspiration that it brought to my heart, it's just, priceless. Grabe talaga. And not only in that moment, but all through the years na nagsaserve siya as a leader and as a coordinator and servant leader of our group, our prayer group. There were a lot of difficulties. Alam niyo, pag ikaw ay pumapasok sa community life, alam yan ng mga tao na nakikinig ngayon o nanonood na nasa community kayo. You know that it's not easy. You know that it's filled with turmoils, issues, gossiping, yung mga kung ano-anong challenges sa leadership, and people fighting here and there, yung mga tampuhan, talaga, andyan na lahat eh. Yung pag pumasok ka ng community life, para kang pumasok ng talyer. Puro mga sirang pyesa ang nandyan. That's true. That's absolutely true. And I saw my father go through that year after year after year. And there were times people would accuse him. There were times people would talk behind his back. There were times ang daming mga kung ano-anong mga problema sa grupo na kung pipiliin niya na hindi na lang niya problemahin, mas magiging magaan yung buhay niya. But he never chose to walk away. And really, you know what? Let's go through this. Even yung line dun sa kanta na yun, though no one joins me, still I will follow. There was a time where when talagang ang daming conflicts, no? People were leaving the group and iilan na lang yung natira. And more than ever before, yung linya na yon, I knew it when each time we would sing it sa aming praise song. He meant it. He really meant it. Though no one joins me, still I will follow. That's what I saw in him. And sometimes even in my life, I wish na I am half of the man that he was because of that. Yung kanyang katatagan. And I know I'm not there yet. I'm really not there. Many times I feel like giving up. Many times I feel impatient. Many times I feel angry, offended. Many times I take things personally. But my father went through that, and overcame. Lahat yun. And again, I'm telling you, until the end, he remained faithful to his commitment sa kanyang commander. And that is Jesus. For him, it was him and no one else. And there's no turning back. There's no turning back. So, lastly, ang aking share sa inyo ngayon is do not take yourself seriously. Yan ang isang pinaka magandang lesson na talagang nakita ko at natutunan ko sa tatay ko, no? Wag mong i-take yung sarili mo na sobrang serious to the point that you're unwilling to laugh and be vulnerable. My father is a tough guy. He is the toughest man I know. Wala na akong kilala na mas tatatag sa tatay ko. And this is not something that I say because tatay ko siya. Literally, wala akong nakitang as matapang or mas stricto or mas matatag sa paninindigan. He's that guy. He's that solid guy. And yet, he's able to laugh about himself. He's not afraid of making fool of himself, yung mag-joke and make himself look crazy sometimes. He doesn't take himself seriously. He's not afraid of other people's opinion. And you know what? Yan ang malaking problema ng maraming tao at isa rin yan sa problema ko. Thinking too much about kung ano yung iisipin ni ganito, ni ganyan. Ano yung sasabihin ni ganito sa akin. Alam niyo ba, marami tayong problema sa buhay na ang root cause ay yung takot natin sa opinion ng iba. Hindi yan naging problema ng tatay ko. Wala siyang pakialam kung ano yung iniisip ng iba as long as, he knows that he is doing, the right thing, and it's in accordance with his values, and yun nga yung paninindigan niya. And he knows how to laugh. He knows how to make fun of himself. He doesn't care if he looks ridiculous. At isa pa na sobrang importante is he knows how to say sorry. Alam niya kung paano mag-sorry. When you think of someone who's tough, someone who's, really, a soldier, hindi ka dapat nagsusorry. No, that's not true. What I saw in my father, that made him even more, I think, para sa akin, more true, authentic, and more humane. And that's why, in my eyes, he's stronger than someone who doesn't know how to say sorry, or who doesn't know how to accept yung kanyang pagkakamali. That's not my father. My father is very strict. He's very solid as a person, but he knows how to be vulnerable. He knows to accept pag siya nagkakamali, nagsusorry siya. And I remember many times na nag-argue kami. Very limited lang na instances dahil hindi kami talaga nag-aaway ng tatay ko. But I remember one time na nasaktan niya ako verbally, and he said sorry to me after a while when he realized na nagkamali siya, and niyakap niya ako. And for me, that's just a sign of real strength, So that's a huge message, It's a huge message for us. Don't take yourself too seriously, Lalo na yung image mo na binibuild mo sa isipan mo. Don't take it too seriously, Go to the essence of your humanity, and learn to laugh, learn to have fun, learn to say sorry, and lastly, learn to cry. Again, my father is one of the strongest ever siguro na nabuhay sa mundo. And for me, isa sa dahilan kung bakit siya ay talagang para sa akin ay matatag at malakas is because he's able to cry. He's able to shed tears even in public and show his emotion. He's not afraid of fights. He's not afraid of being killed. He's not afraid of killing because he was a soldier, and he's not afraid of all that. He's not afraid of confrontations. And he's also never afraid of showing emotions. And even if that means people seeing his tears. So there you have it. Yan ang aking message sa inyo ngayon. And I really hope these 5 lessons somehow nakarelate kayo and makapagbigay sa inyo ng value. For me, this is a very special day, and I am honored na ito ang naging unang episode ng video podcast na to. If you're listening to me right now or you're watching, thank you so much. Really, thank you. I really encourage you to look into your heart, look into your life, and maybe you can apply some of these lessons from my father. So thank you so much for listening. Again, kung gusto nyong makuha yung dalawa kong libro, Your Wish is Your Command, and Wait, Look, and Listen, subscribe to my my channel, YouTube channel, and there you will be part of that raffle, and I will contact you kung ikaw ang mapipili at mananalo sa episode na to. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for spending time with me, and I will be seeing and talking to you again soon in the next episode. This is John Idago, and I am trying to remind you, You are better than good. You are better than best. You are limitless.